this video, we will be making a handmade, one-of-a-kind spinner bead. Okay, so I have no idea where I left off on the last clip that I filmed weeks ago. So I'm going to quickly tell you guys what we are going to be doing in this video, and that is making a spinner bead. So a bead that basically spins. If you know what a bead is, you kind of understand what I mean. They're like used for keychains, etc. I don't know if I already said this in the last clip, but I don't know how many people make these. I don't think it's very many. So they're kind of special, and then they take a lot of time to make, and mine are completely custom machined by myself, so it takes even longer, and then you have to follow the specs of the design perfectly. Otherwise you get like a wobbly bead. So yeah, I've only ever made like 3 or 4 of these, so it'll be fun to show you guys. And also we're going to be using a very special material. This material right here was sent to me. This is a collaboration piece. You guys know what that means. So this is going to be a very cool project. This material is very cool, one-of-a-kind material, and it glows. So it has everything that you would ever want. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Really quickly, I just wanted to add, just to make sure that I cover this, because I don't think I covered it anywhere else. The Instagram for the other half of the collaboration is right here. Go follow him, check him out. He makes some awesome stuff, and he is just getting started. He's been really like changing the stuff he's been doing and just completely taking it to a whole other direction, which is awesome. And he is the first person to be doing this material. So I have actually not opened this package. I just took off the personal information stuff here. First of all, I wanted to say, name spelt correctly. Names, that's 10 points. Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and open this. I've never gotten a package from Japan before, but it's pretty cool. There's like little directions on how to put the box together. Kind of cool. Sweet. Okay. Shoot, that's so weird. Okay, so this is the stuff here. Nicely labeled. That looks so freaking cool. I'm gonna cut this off. Okay. So here it is. This material is a unknown material to me. So what makes this stuff really cool is that it kind of looks like Damascus. And if you don't know what Damascus is, just look up a picture. I mean, there'll be some. But it's kind of like Damascus, but it's not metal. So the machinability is going to be different, and the way you finish it and the other aspects of the material are going to be very different. And it also has the capability of being able to glow if you add in different materials. And for this one, he added in different kinds of glow. There's some glow powder right here, and it's like sand. It's probably a little finer than sand. But with this kind, he used thicker glow powder. Thicker would be the right word, I guess. And yeah, so that makes it look really cool when it glows at night. And you can see the little striations of gray, and they twist throughout the throughout the rod. And yeah, so it'll make a very cool bead, and you guys will see the entire process. So the bead will consist of titanium and this starmascus, which is what it's called. So let's go ahead and make a bead from it. First things first, we have to clean the workshop. It has been a long week, and it's so messy. So let's go ahead and do that. While you weren't looking, I cleaned the workshop up, and I found the second piece of material we are going to be using today. This is titanium. This is supplied by American Metal Exchange right here. You guys all know I like my titanium from him. from here, what we have to do is take my original diagram and the measurements, and I'm just going to transfer them over to this piece of paper so I don't have to have this sitting out and inevitably get ruined. So we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see right here, we have a lot of bar stock sticking out of the bore here. I mean, I haven't seen actually how bad it wobbles yet, so yeah, it definitely has some wobble to it. We'll go ahead and fix that. So you just saw me wasting a bunch of tape. So yeah, so I mean, I just kind of shoved it in there. So it's, yeah, okay, we'll see. Heck yeah. That worked out really well, actually. I'm impressed. Okay, I feel a lot safer about that now. So I should be able to slide that to wherever I really want on the bar just because the tape's not very sticky. So you just saw me doing the main machining on this piece here. It is a pretty complex piece, but I've done them a few times to kind of figure out how I need to do it. So right now we have the shape of this part, and this is pretty much done. All I have to do from here is do a little bit more sanding and then a few little touch-ups to different little areas here and there. And then we are ready to move on to the next piece. What I just did there was I went over the measurements at the end, and now that the part is done per se, and I'm gonna go ahead and go over there, and then I'll tell you what I found out. So I found out that the spinner part of the bead is supposed to be about 12 millimeter long, but somehow I made it 9 millimeters long, which kind of makes sense. So this bead is going to be a little shorter. So maybe I'll have to make another one and have to make it like the actual dimensions. Okay, so from here we go ahead and pop it out here. Jeez. So I don't want to pop this off quite yet, just because that is not necessary. So what we're going to do is take this really bad tape here. I think the humidity got to it. I think that's what the problem was. And we're just going to go and wrap it up on here. Nice. Take care of this flip over here. So now I should be able to slide it out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and use this side, and it's a little, I ground it for a different thing I had this for fun, but I mean, hey, when you have, I think it's a 3-foot bar of titanium, are you not gonna act like it's a lightsaber? I mean, seriously. It's like you're asking me not to do something every single person would do. Actually, you know what? I want you guys to comment below if you had this 3-foot bar of titanium, if you would use it as a lightsaber. Oh shoot, that's too far out. Let me try to make that a little more. There we go. Okay. Sweet, that only took forever. Back to work. Screwed up. Big time. I started making the end piece for the bead, but I didn't process that apparently, so I was also making the middle part at the same time. So now the entire thing that you guys just saw is useless to me. I have to cut that piece off. That is a completely wasted part. Guess that's just what happens when you don't pay attention. Just gonna go ahead and flash into the future and see me have this part actually made the proper way now. So yeah, and we're back. So what you didn't see was me cutting off this part of the bead and then me finishing the other part here. It fits on. So basically from here, this part is done. We can set this aside. The next step is we have to make a sleeve out of titanium for this material to be able to go on top of, because this material, I've been told by the maker that it's a little bit brittle on when the walls get really thin. The inside here gets pretty thin, so we're gonna make a little tiny, absolutely very small sleeve for it. Anyway, let's go ahead and go to the whiteboard and I'll kind of show you guys because it might be confusing. So this is the bead laid out very roughly, like a 3-year-old drew it. So if this makes it into the video, drawing skills. I went ahead and cleaned up this bar here. We're gonna go ahead and apply some Dicom on there. You just let this dry and then you do your layout lines. On titanium, that has just a solid metal color to it. It's nice to have the Dicom on there because it makes it to where your lines are actually seeable. With this stuff, you really want it to dry really well. I always like to kind of touch it with my finger, and if it doesn't rub off, then you're ready. Okay, so now we're just gonna slice it up. Just slowly boring the ID out just to where it'll fit over the actual bead part, the body part of the bead. It's just a little slow going because I want to make sure it fits perfectly. Just slow. Too slow to show the whole thing. We're close. At this point, the boring part is over. So the next step is to machine the outside to basically the smallest it can be. Go to the whiteboard. So that way we have plenty of room for the material to be on the outside. You just want to go nice and slow. The whole process is slow. You can't just type in a number and have it do it. And then there's the line right
So,
there.
okay. So right here we have the
right there you can see
cap.
This is the lip here. That's
right
the outer
there.
portion. Then it goes and steps down. This is where the spinner portion goes. And then this right here is where the second
slides on. You can see
that's where the second
that side
so
is not finished yet. This side doesn't really need to be anything other than polished. This is not finished yet.
Right onto that.
So then right here
we're going to have another piece
spinner part right here, which I will try and hold. Yeah, so same thing with this area right here, not finished. That's just the sleeve. Then there's the step down, the lip. That area is not finished either. I set that over there. So then we have the sleeve right here. The sleeve is pretty much finished. I need to do a quick once over on it. Yep. Those are the 3 parts, and the 4th part is yet to come. I'll go ahead and take advantage of this right now just to show you closer up this material. This is not really well sanded, but I mean it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it before, ever. I'm gonna go ahead and use my teleportation chair to teleport to the next day. 3, 2, 1.
Jeez, man. I tell you, the elevators get slower and slower. Sorry I had to interrupt the video here. It got a little long, and I don't really want to be putting out super long videos because I think they're more enjoyable to watch in shorter sections. So next week you guys are just going to have to see part 2 of me finishing the bead. So I hope you guys understand and like this video. It really helps. Tell your friends to subscribe. I think I'm at like 68 subscribers, which is awesome. I get like a monthly little email that tells me how many subscribers I got that month, and I think it was like 12 last month, and I think we can beat 12 easy peasy this month. So get to it. Like, subscribe, and comment. Keep an eye out for next week's video, part 2, and thank you for watching. Now time to go back on the elevator.